I was talking to one of my coworkers, and I told him, I said, the reason why I maintain a high metabolism is because I don't eat a lot of red meat. I try to stay active. You know what I'm saying? Just certain elements and stuff like that that kind of like contribute to my metabolism staying high. So I maintain a steady weight. You know what I'm saying? 168, 170 pounds. I kind of like just always maintain that weight. And I told him, I said, yeah, it's slowing down now because I'm in my mid 40s or whatever. But I just never really got off into like just mass consumption of bullshit food. You know what I'm saying? You know, you grow up eating a certain way, but like once you start becoming a little bit more aware, you kind of start like, you know what I'm saying, being a little bit more selective if that's your thing.
Yeah.
And we were just, we were just having this conversation. He told me that he wouldn't even be eating the way he eat now if it wasn't for his current girlfriend. They've been together and she's vegan, and he kind of like adopted some of her eating habits and stuff like that. So he's kind of like, he's not full vegan, but he's leaning more pescatarian now, even though ever so often he might eat some red meat. And I was like saying how like a lot of that makes a difference, dude. I said like the things that you were able to consume when you were younger, the only reason why you were able to consume is because your digestive system was new. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And
Still,
you were trying things. Yeah. You were experimenting, but at the same
when you
time.
get to a certain age, you put your body through some wear and tear. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? All that mass consumption. That's why people end up with, you know what I'm saying, high blood pressure and diabetes, because it's almost like just keeping your car on the road, just constantly putting your car through the, you know what I'm saying, the ringer. Yeah, you got your oil changes and you put gas in it, but you putting miles on it, bro.
That means
Why you
you
got
done
miles on it?
nothing to make the car better. You just cleaned up the outside, but the inside is struggling.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important, as far as your health goes, to make sure that you don't have to eat. You shouldn't have mass consumption of meat at all. I don't care what it is. Like at some point, you have to cut back on that. I know it. I can go weeks, man, without eating meat. And if I shouldn't say weeks, but I'll have like small portions of meat, and sometimes it'll just be fish and shrimp. But that's
Right.
because I know that I don't want to have. What people don't understand is like your body works even harder to process that shit, and it takes days, even weeks sometimes, for it to just get through a burger. And people don't understand that a burger is processed, right? So you sitting there eating a burger and your body's trying to break it down. Then you're putting gyro cheeseburgers and all this other stuff. You're putting potatoes in your body. That's starch. That causes festers a cancer in your body. And you have to be aware of those things, especially as you get older. I know now when I go places, man, as much as I used to be a foodie, I just don't look at food the same. That's why I'm appreciative. Like when I go to my buddy Ken house, when I'm at his place and he'll cook, I appreciate that because he has an understanding of food.
Right.
As an older man with kids and a wife, he has an understanding of food. I have an understanding of food. So it's always a better thing to learn your body and have an understanding that the food you're eating to live. You have to put things in your body that were alive to make sure that it keeps you alive. It's the fuel.
It's the energy. Yeah,
It's the fuel that and the energy that keeps the body going. You got to give it clean fuel.